Discounts are continuing in the villages all around Florida and throughout the country. And there's really not much you can do about it because the COVID inflation is now going to come back to normal. Real estate values are going to probably continue to drop, barring a major mortgage rate reduction. And there's really not much any of us can do but to watch and see what happens. No one has a crystal ball, but I can see what's going on in many places around the country that I keep an eye on, and that is that prices are coming down. This is good for buyers who have been held out of the market. They're probably still going to be held out of the market because of the interest rates, but this is good for everybody in the fact also that when someone buys in your neighborhood, they're not overpaying and they're not raising your taxes, everybody's taxes within the area. And you want to keep your taxes low. That's really important. So I have some properties here that I've pulled up that I've gotten in my mailbox recently. This one here, price cut $34,900. It's a nice house. They put some updates into this, but take a look at these charts. They started listing this house in November 21st, 2023 for $440. Then on January 10th of this year, they came down to $419, a 4.6% discount. 3 days ago, they came in and they marked it down again to $385, an 8.3% discount. So right there, they're down almost 12% already, down below that $400K figure, down to $250 a square foot. Now, a lot of people are saying that the square foot is around $260 per square foot, $262. I don't believe it. I'm seeing a lot of homes, especially existing homes, that are selling below that 250 mark. I saw some in the 200 mark, 220 mark. So that 250 now, 250 per square foot is being challenged. All because the villages in their area down here are pretty much marking down homes, which is going to be putting pressure on the existing homes up north. You can see they're all discounted. And that's the way it's going. So here's another one here. $429, nice home, pretty. Got a bunch of saves. Let's see where it's at. So they listed this home in August of last year for $398. They raised the price almost 10% 2 months later in October, probably hoping for that snowbird kick. And then they just came down on January 29th, 12 days ago, 13 days ago, to $429. So I'm not sure how they started in August. Oh, I know why. So they for sale by ownered it at $398 on 8/7 for a couple months. Couldn't get anybody to budge. They listed it, probably had some realtor call and say, hey, I could get you more money. They said, okay, prove it. And the realtor came in high and they have to get them down on price in order for this to sell. I mean, anybody who's an owner, if you're for sale by owner it for $398, and then you want to list it 40 grand higher, it's not going to sell. I mean, we all know that. I've been in the business a long time. We could pretty much assume it isn't going to sell. We can bring a lot more buyers to your house without a doubt, but they're still not going to overpay. They're going to see this right here. They're going to see you had this listed 2 months ago for $398, and it didn't sell then, so why would it sell now? So those are half the battles you're going to deal with. But again, you know, hopefully they sell it. But the realtors got they're gonna have a tough sale in their hand. Let's keep going. This one here, 10K price cut on 1.9 Q house. Let's see how they did here. So listed for sale for $418.9. Price changed 2 weeks later to $399. 3 weeks later to $389. Another 3 weeks later, $379. Listing removed. And then put back on a day later at $379, sitting at $250. Again, that $250 per square foot is being challenged. Okay? That's going to start going down. Let's keep going. That's pretty else, right? Nice decor, nice color. $439.9. Let's see what's happening with this guy. Sold in 2018 for $270. Listed in November of last year for $474. A month later, 3 weeks later, they marked it down to $455. And 3 days ago, they marked it to $439.9. $261 a square foot. Again, those square foot figures are going to be challenged. Let's keep going. This is a nice house. Let's see what's going on with this one. This one, I think they just marked down, I thought. They did. Sold in 2022 for $329,900, May. Again, that was that peak graph. That was a peak coming up. Listed in January of last month, $350 for $291 a square foot. And then they're down to $340, 10 grand off, 2 days ago. And if you notice, if they're paying a commission, which they're listed, let's say 5%, they're 17 grand. They're down to 323. They're losing money on this compared to their sale a year and a half ago. That's kind of what I'm talking about. You're the people who bought 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and they're going to have a tough sale coming up if they wait to sell their house. This has been on the market for 2 months. Hopefully they can sell it. Actually, a little bit over a month and a half. So hopefully they can sell it. But again, there's a lot of competition out there. And when the Villages has a ton of homes discounted, it kind of makes me worry about what's going to go on with this home sale. So let's keep looking. Let's look at this one. $14,000 price cut on 2.9. Q home. I love the curved driveways. I've said that before. I love that. Let's go down. Sold May 2022. Remember that chart, right? Peak. May 2022 for $350. Listed it a year and a half later for $367. Then price change a month later. Last month, $116 for $359. And 3 days ago, price changed down to $345. So if you notice, they are below their purchase price of May of 2022. $350, they're now down to $345. So they're not going to make out in this deal. Be aggressive, folks. So that's what's going on with the market. This seems to be a common trend. I will say that $250 a square foot and that $260 a square foot are definitely being challenged. Prices are coming down. There's a ton of inventory. Yes, if your house is perfect, in great shape, priced right, it's going to sell. But that's not most of the homes. Okay? A lot of the homes are sitting, are either overpriced, they may need some work. They may be 5 or 6 years old, and they're pricing them again like a new build. And again, you have a ton of these homes here that have been discounted, ready for sale by the Villages. And I mean, look, 20 grand off on this brand new house, $349,500. And yes, I know it's not, location wise, it's not the best. But again, people will pick a new home over an overpriced existing home most of the time. I'd rather have no maintenance. Hey everybody, I want to thank everyone for liking and subscribing to my channel. I appreciate it so much. I'm going to have my wife on here pretty soon. She's going to come on. She's kind of shy. She's going to come on and we're going to talk about real estate. She's also a realtor. She's really good. And we're going to talk about the Villages. We're going to be down there in about a week and a half. And we're going to be recording some stuff, putting some more information up, giving you our feedback on some of the new expansions and what's going on there. And I hope to grab a tan while I'm there as well. So anyways, enjoy yourself. Have a great evening. And don't work too hard. Have a drink. And we'll talk to you soon.